I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. Neither dead nor alive, I became undead forever. And we are live here at the Emerald Dragon Monday night, as we always are. Tonight, folks, and I know I literally always say this, but this time I'm serious, or more serious, you could say. We have a very special production in store for you all. Now, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like, but I can say for sure that there will be action, all right? Suspense, yes. Drama, perhaps a little bit of horror, and perhaps most unexpectedly, barnyard animals. Because tonight, folks, we are playing The Wild Sheep Chase.
Doubt it.
Mark 3. Can I play the sheep?
Is that how you're re-rolling?
That would make it interesting.
Yeah, that would actually be a welcome change to the
You already
module,
played the
y'all.
boar. Now you
No,
can play the sheep.
I can use sheep now. I'm much more comfortable with that noise.
Well, in case you didn't know, I was actually joking. So
Aww.
we have D&D in store tonight. Tomb of Annihilation. Just
Doubt
kidding.
it.
That was last week. Curse of Strahd. Once again, this evening, we will dive into the realm of Strahd von Zarovich, the Dread Lord of Barovia. See what awaits. My friends, how are we all feeling tonight?
Oh, pretty
Ecstatic.
fucking good, bud.
Oh, good, bud. All
Yeah.
right. Preston, can I put you on the spot and get a wonderful Vistani saying? Just like maybe something that'll be like a, whatever the Vistani equivalent of a fortune cookie would look like.
Yeah, you can. Give me a minute.
All right. Well, we'll come back to that during the character introduction, which will start now. And I assume I should start at the other side, which would be Kaylie. Why don't you tell us who you're playing tonight, please?
Good evening, everybody. Tonight I will be playing Miss Juniper Jet, the Shadow Sorceress. She's upset. She is crying. Everyone is dying. The world is awful. Let's go.
All right. Yes.
Exciting.
Yeah. That draws me in. I want more of that.
Good energy.
Yeah. Paul, how about you tell us who you're playing tonight?
I am playing Ghost, or as Manafaa says, Ghost. And, and Ghost is a human battle master and is got his cloak hood up especially far and has been riding in silence for the last 5 minutes.
Wow, playing a human fighter. How original.
Roast him, Manafaa.
I love you, Paul.
I shoot Manafaa.
Ah,
Friendly fire. All right. Manafaa, since he shoots you, how about you tell us who you're playing tonight? Alex, Manafaa.
I'm Alex, and I'm playing Manafaa, Tiefling Grave Cleric, servant of Jergal, and the only person in the party who has a shred of a conscience.
yeah.
Last but not least, Preston, will you please introduce your character tonight?
I play Rohan. He is a gypsy monster hunter. And a Vistani saying is, "'Tis difficult to hit an invisible fish."
I think that's somehow better.
That just makes me so happy.
Right.
I mean, I have fishing gear, guys. Let's go.
I can confidently say that it's not getting better from here, folks. So why don't we just call it a stream, and we will meet up next week.
Okay.
Preston, you can't bring stuff like that right out of the gate, man.
Oh, I tried to go for broke. I'm sorry.
We don't want these things to peak too early. Well, that will encourage us to bring it even further as we dive right in this evening, my friends. In the last session, in the aftermath of the revolution, you guys visited St. Andrew's Cathedral, and you saw that it was a pretty hectic and anxious space. You had some questions to ask, but you thought better of it. Ended up returning to the Blue Water Inn. After some time, June and Manafaa, you witnessed the return of the town drunk, Bluto. He's looking awfully content and enjoying his meal. After Rohan and Ghost joined up with you guys, you observed him a little while longer and watched him pull out a small dream pastry from his pack and decided to go interrogate him. So you bought him some drinks, shared some conversation, and that you eventually figured out that the source of his newfound fishing luck was offering a Vistani child at the mysterious Windmill. Enraged at these revelations, Rohan took justice into his own hands, kicking the fat man down and holding a blade to his throat. Ghost and Rohan eventually dragged the man through the streets of Vallaki and threw him in the stocks. Later on in the evening, you were speaking with Lady Fiona, and she gave Rohan permission to slay the man, and Rohan obliged. The next morning, you guys headed northward to Lake Zarovich, searching for hags, but instead you encountered a Vistani search party. The Vistani informed you of their missing children, and finally, the mystery of the Windmill was clear. You guys rushed back to the Vistani encampment and were soon racing towards the Windmill on horseback, along with 5 other Vistani warriors. At the Windmill, once hostilities broke out, the hags quickly overpowered your group. They slayed the Vistani, and you were forced to flee. You ran away from the Windmill, took your horses, and raced back down the old Svalich Road towards Vallaki. And that is where we pick up our story this evening. It is currently roughly midday. You've been riding your horses at breakneck speed for a little more than 40 minutes now, back towards Vallaki. At this time, the skies have opened up. There's a light rain pouring. It's another chilly day in Barovia. You guys have really become used to it, I think, this far. And you guys begin to slow down your pace a little bit as your horses seem to be getting near exhaustion at this high pace. So, you guys are all on horseback in the old Svalich Road.
Rohan, he holds up a hand to motion for everyone to stop. These horses are going to die on this. We should probably walk the rest of the way and get them some water.
Very well.
Don't everyone speak up at once.
Can you make an animal handling check, Rohan?
Yes, I can.
If you guys don't stop these horses, they're gonna die.
Ghost stops and dismounts silently, starts walking.
Juniper does the same.
How is everyone doing? Are you injured?
Not injured. Spell sore. I'm not going to be of much help if something comes around, but I'm fine.
I am actually in okay shape for what we just went through.
Ghost?
I'm fine.
I think he's a little mad he was turned into a frog.
I can understand that. It would be, at the very least, disorienting.
Do we see the Velaki gates? Are we close if we're walking there?
So it was about a 2 hours journey to the windmill from the Vistani encampment.
Mm-hmm.
So you estimate about half of your journey back towards Velaki is completed. So maybe another. It was 2 hours like sprinting on horse basically there. So if you were to continue walking, it would probably take another 2.5 hours, 3 hours maybe.
Okay. We should get these horses some water. Should we go to the lake, or maybe I can find a hole to dig or something?
Are we close to a river or something?
Yeah, so shortly after you're starting to have these considerations, you've rounded the bend and you're heading back kind of on the straight stretch towards Velaki, and you see northward there is an open clearing with some grass, and it stretches out beyond to Lake Zarovich.
Rohan's gonna start walking his horse over to that way. It needs water.
Okay.
Follow.
Follow.
All right. So it takes about 10 minutes and you guys arrive at the water. The horses actually being exhausted, they step right up and start to drink from the lake.
So, should we talk about what happened?
I mean, it could have gone better.
I mean, we are alive though, so I don't have too many complaints. Kind of sucks that we got defeated though.
It shouldn't have been a situation in the first place. We shouldn't have been there. That shouldn't have happened. Those people shouldn't have died.
Yeah, people are dying in Barovia every day, and we were planning on killing those women, weren't we? Didn't we all want to kill the hags? I wasn't the only one that
Yes,
wanted to.
we all wanted to kill the hags, but we had no idea what we were going up against. And you two, with your big-headedness and inability to wait for more information, dived into the situation. She takes a deep breath and steps away.
Yes, I know. I fucked up.
You more than fucked up, Rohan. You got people killed. We all did.
No, they got themselves killed.
I don't disagree with that. They were pig-headed as well, but
Explain to me precisely how we were supposed to stop them. Fight them?
You cannot stop the Vistani once they have made up their mind.
we knew that too. We could have just stepped away.
When they
Waited.
asked us if we knew where their sister was or their daughter, I couldn't have lied to them about that. Once they knew where she was, they would have gone and died anyways, with or without us.
Then that would have been on them, but we didn't have to.
Hey, going with them was the right choice. It gave us better odds of actually being able to stop them. Yes, we failed. But
But what? Please, for the love of all that is holy and wonderful, tell me the positive of what we've just done.
hey, we had a better chance than we would have otherwise. If they go alone, they are all dead guaranteed. We go with them, maybe we win. Did it work out that way? No. But it is good that we were there.
I'm sorry,
So?
Manafaa, but I disagree sorely. I want to save the kids as much as the next person, but that was not the way to do it.
There's only one positive of attacking a spellcaster once. And that's that they have less spells now.
I swear, Ghost, if you are implying that we go back.
We only used our left hand. Now is the time to hit with our right. We go to Vallaki, we get the people we should have got. And before those hags can rest and get all their spells back, we hit them hard and effectively and with a plan. We can do this. I won't stand by here while some little girl gets turned into a pile of teeth. That could be your daughter, Juniper. If there was 4 people next to that windmill that could do something about it, if that was your daughter in that windmill, wouldn't you want them to try? And Rohan, those Vistani that died, don't let them die in vain. I say we hit them one more time.
I am not opposed to this. It makes sense. I have one question, though. What if the people of the town do not care?
Fiona owes us.
No, that is true. That is true. I did not take that
And
into consideration.
you're the golden god of Vallaki. You know what, actually, Manafaa, couldn't you just tell them all to go over there right now and we could just be done with this business? A whole town of Vallakis just ascend on that windmill like ants at a picnic.
I think that to Lady Fiona, I am the prophesized golden one, but I do not think the rest of the town shares that sentiment. I could be wrong. Maybe she'd tell her people, but...
Juniper, do you have one more darkness spell left in you?
No, I don't.
That
Kind of.
sucks.
Oh, wait
Yeah.
a minute. I do, but it wouldn't be nearly as effective. I couldn't see through it. It would be of no advantage.
That's okay. We can use that.
If I go in, I'm not going to be of any use whatsoever.
I'm going in. And I need you as backup with that darkness spell.
What is your plan, Ghostman?
Well, the first part of the plan is to get an army, as many as we can get. Even if it's 4 good fighters, I think we can do it based on my assessment of these spellcasters. But if we can get 10 or 12, even better.
I think we tell Fiona what we know. We know why the children are disappearing. We know the kind of people that are doing it. We tell them and let them solve this themselves, and maybe come back later when we're stronger and have better resources ourselves so that we don't have the chance of dying. This isn't our fight in the end. We know what we need to know. We know what we need to tell them. Let's just tell them and be on our way. Ghost, I know you want to go home more than anything. This is not going to help you do that.
You're right. I don't want to go home more than anything. I want to kill these hags more than anything.
Wow.
If we wait any longer, that kid could be dead.
She's
that
probably
Vistani said.
already dead, and I hate saying that. But
Oh.
did you see a child during the fight?
No, but we didn't go inside. But to feed into Ghost's kind of macabre theory is they have other bodies to make into pies now. The girl could still be alive. She could also be dead, but we don't know.
Besides, think, Juniper. With your head, not with your heart. You are a caster of magics. You know as well as Ghost does that everything that they used will not be back until tomorrow. Now is the time. They are weak. I still have some spells, not many but some, enough to be of use. Ghost, Rohan, they do not require spells.
I don't have enough to be of use. I've got maybe a few powerful ones left, maybe just 1 week.
Juniper, if you have darkness, that's all we need. I have a plan. I have 60% of a plan. And in an hour, I'll have 80%.
Fine. If you want to do a suicide mission that is guaranteed going to get more people killed, fine. But I will say what I said last time. If it looks like one of us is going down, if it looks like I'm going down, I'm leaving.
Fair enough. We need to get back to Valaki and get back to those windmills before they have a chance to rest.
Yes.
Let's go. Manafaa and Juniper, you do the talking. Maybe I can find that guy that helped us put the guy in the stocks at the Blue Water.
Ah, yes, he was a hunter-warrior type.
Yeah, we can get a few more of them. But yeah, call in all our favors. Father Lucian. Who else do we know? Vasily von Holtz. Fiona.
We will not involve the father in this.
Why not?
He needs time to mourn.
Well, if we could find someone who has counterspell, that would really help us. I don't know if there's anyone in town.
Nobody in this town has access to those kind of magics.
Okay.
That is wishful thinking.
The people in this town are not fit or strong enough to go against what we just went against.
Yeah. We need an Alistair.
Who is Alistair?
He's that fat elf I was telling you about.
Right.
He is good at counterspell. I guess they're hard to come by. All right. Well, if we can find an Alistair, grab him. Otherwise, anyone that will help.
I'm going to go pay a visit to Buttercup then. I have a plan.
Right. Ghost gets on his horse and starts going at a moderate pace.
Rohan follows.
That's fine. Yeah, the horses get, this is probably like, how long would you guys say you were chatting by the lake to have a little rest?
30 minutes to an hour, maybe?
Half an hour, probably.
Okay. Yeah, so Rohan declared early on that if they don't stop, they're going to die. And you guys have been watching, like, really? They look all right. Like, they just water, like, just a little rest. Ghost is like, yeah, back in the military, we used to ride horses for like 10 hours. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
The ranger.
These are Vistani horses. You don't understand.
They're very frail. They have terrible constitutions.
They've been drinking all night. They're dehydrated.
They're drunk. Yeah.
All right. Ghost slowly warms up his horse even more and goes to a fast pace again.
Yeah.
Juniper takes up the rear.
Okay. Manafaa, as you turn around on your horse and you head out as well, and I guess Juniper's back with you, you glance over along the tree line and you see some mounds of dirt kind of seem odd to you, kind of stick out.
Ghost, Rohan, hold on.
You need to go.
Whoa.
Just hold on for a minute. I'd like to get a little closer and see if I can't get a better look at these mounds.
Sure thing. Make a perception check, please.
23.
All right. From a pretty safe distance away, you can see that appear to be about 6 feet in length, two side by side, somewhat deeply dug, but now mounds of dirt on the side, as if these were graves, which are either waiting for bodies or previously occupied.
I'll go take a closer look. Just poke my head over and just see if there's anything in these.
Sure. Yeah, you look down and one of them's just like completely empty. It's really strange, but the other one has like some scraps of clothing, really dirty. It seems definitely that there were bodies in here at one time, buried.
I would like to grab one of the scraps of cloth, take it over to the lake, and just try and like rinse it off so I can get an idea of like what color it was originally.
Sure. Yeah, you do that, and it's really like a drab kind of dark gray. It's really not dissimilar from the clothing you've seen commoners wearing in either Barovia or Vallaki.
Taking a smell. Does it smell of anything other than dirt?
I'll allow you to make another, make a perception check. Smell the cloth, bro.
21.
It doesn't smell like anything other than dirt. Maybe a little bit of a hint of rot.
Okay.
Yeah.
My thought was smoke, so no smoke smell, which means probably not recent. All right.
Let's go.
Hey, keep eyes. Those pits used to be occupied. And I'll just
Wonderful.
tuck the cloth into my bag and saddle up.
Okay. So after you guys travel another hour down the road, the rain hasn't stopped at all. Very soggy by the time you get back there. You arrive at the gates of Vallaki. You can see that the wolf's heads on pikes aren't really a thing there. They're just pikes now, stained with blood. It seems like the outer walls got a bit of a makeover with this new rain. As you arrive at the gates, one of the guards shouts out. You actually see his face kind of like looking through a slot in the wall. He's like, "Oh, it's Manafaa. Yeah, Manafaa and the Outliers. Great." They open up the gates and show you guys in.
See? Such a better reception than last time.
I guess I'll lead the way into town.
You're the face now, buddy.
Rohan does like a little bow to Manafaa. After you, sir.
Don't encourage them. Head in.
All right, you guys walk past the red-cloaked gentleman and enter Vallaki once more from the proper gate side, soon coming upon the Arisek stockyard to your left. What would you
Rohan,
guys like to do?
oh, since we're so close, Rohan's gonna take a quick stop and go see his little buttercup.
Rohan, you want to go to the blue water after that with me?
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
And you two can go to Lady Fiona? How's that sound?
Hey, this is acceptable to me. We will come collect you at the blue water.
We'll try to rally some people, some of the old fighter types if there are any.
I-
Otherwise, you guys Call in all our favors.
And do not drink too much.
Manafaa, if you can, ask Fiona to get me 2 horses to pull a cart.
I will see what I can do.
Thanks. I cannot push it or pull it myself, so
Are you saying that the cart is too heavy to be pushed or pulled?
it is indeed, my friend.
All right, I will try.
I'm so happy.
Oh man.
And I will head off towards the dwelling of Lady Fiona.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Juniper, are you going with Ghost? Juniper and Ghost, what are your plans? While Manafaa's going to Lady Fiona's, Rohan's going to see Buttercup.
I am just kind of going where they tell me, reluctantly.
All right, you can go with anyone. Who do you want to go with?
I go with Manafaa. I take out my flask of EverQuest and I chug it, and I follow Manafaa. Well, not chug the whole thing. Sorry, maybe 2 or 3 shots.
I don't care what we do.
Juniper's upset, but she's following.
Okay, Rohan and Ghost, you enter the Arisek stockyard, and there, once again, you see the colorful cart, Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. I believe I set that in your... gave you some handouts for that. Not sure I ever showed you here on the thing here.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. So the colorful wagon, which you're familiar with, it is definitely in the mud. No one's pushing or pulling that thing. Rohan, as you arrive, you can see upon your approach steam rising out of the upper windows of this cart. You sense Buttercup's presence.
Oh, I haven't seen her in forever. I'm gonna have to change the signs on this wagon, though. I don't know a Rictavio. Rohan knocks on the side of the cart. Buttercup, it's me, Rohan.
The cart is pushed or pulled from the sides. This Buttercup is going wild.
Oh, it's been a long time, baby. Did you miss me? Hell yes. I got some food for you. Couple of rations here and some dried beef. I'm going to stick them through the sides of the window, so don't bite me.
Make an animal handling check, Rohan.
I'm good at these. Ooh.
All right. Yes, you're able to slip some food through the window. And at first, the wagon is very still. And then you hear Buttercup going after the rations. You get the sense that maybe Buttercup is wanting, some fresh guard meat or, something a little different than your...
Then I dried. I'm sorry, but trust me, I will go get the kill for you and bring it here fresh as soon as I can. Just bear with me, Buttercup. And oh yeah, Rohan's also going to try and take the sign off of this cart if he can, and carve his name into it with just the knife he's got.
It appears to be painted on.
Oh, okay. So I'll have to get some fresh paint.
Yeah,
all right.
Otherwise, like the whole cart is pretty colorful.
Yeah, it could suit me. All right, Ghost. Well, Buttercup has been fed. We can go back to the Blue Water Inn. I would like to go find some paint though on the way, and maybe some fresh meat. There's got to be a butcher around here somewhere.
All right. I'm sure Buttercup will be fine until tomorrow, but yes, let's go to the Blue Water.
All righty.
You guys head off to the Blue Water Inn. Manafaa and Juniper. heading over to Lady Fiona's estate.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For the first time, you approach her estate, and there are 2 guards on either side of the front door.
I will walk up to them. Pardon my intrusion. We were hoping to speak with Lady Fiona if she has the time.
All right, Mr. Manafaa, we've been given orders to allow your business to go through unimpeded. So please step right in. He looks at his other companion there, and they're like kind of questioning each other, and then ultimately the guy says, "Yes, you can come too." Looking at you, Juniper.
Juniper's just thinking in her head, I'm the one who found the fucking lady. I'm the one who made her an ally. How the fuck does Manafaa get all the fucking attention? And I follow.
Anybody got
And
any
I'm
wine?
stomping.
One of the guards can like sense that you're seething, and he like.
I hiss at him. Ears back. I'm doing that cat growl that they do when like a dog comes close by, just like. That one.
Oh, Long Johnson.
You guys are shown inside, and you're escorted to the den area and requested to wait. A few moments later, Lady Fiona enters and greets you. Well, good afternoon. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Good afternoon, Lady Fiona. I hope that the transition has not been too difficult.
Well, cleanup is always a bit of a mess, as you know. But things seem to be stable. We have just got the guards coordinated. We can feel comfortable. Our town is well secured as it was before. Although it'll take us a while to really be stable. I guess this fragile state after a revolution is to be expected.
If you say so, I do not know too much about those sorts of things. But,
One of her servants opens the door and it's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know the den was..."
I come to you today to hopefully asking you for a favor. I am sure you have heard the stories of the children disappearing.
Several times now.
We know why and where they have gone. The old windmill, not too far on the road back to Barovia, is inhabited by some hags?
Juniper nods.
3,
if we're precise. Maybe 4. We fought 3.
So right now, we, as you probably gathered from Juniper's statement, were there earlier today. We have exhausted a good amount of their magics, and we would like to see them gone. To stop them from preying on your town and the surrounding area in general. They're turning the children into these pastries, you see.
Well, what would you like me to do about it?
We were hoping that perhaps some number of fighting individuals would be able to come with us to put these hags down once and for all. As I said earlier today, we were already there. We had to flee, but their magics are much reduced, and if we wait, if they have a chance to rest, their magics will return, and the opportunity to rid the land of this evil will be lost.
If I recall correctly, last night you were saying the man that was slain in the stocks was responsible for the missing children. Is that not right?
He's responsible for at least one. There are potentially more.
The number of teeth we found at the site came from much more than just one. I do not know how long they have been here, as you know. We are newcomers to this land, but from what I can tell, they are not recent inhabitants of the Windmill.
Well, I'll tell you what I can do. As I mentioned before, we are in a very fragile state. So men, completely out of the question. But per our arrangement, I agreed to gather information. I had my best man working on information. I'm sure he will give you a full report. And it will be useful. I have no question about that. If there are other people in our walls wishing to do harm to children, to sneak them out and deliver them to these hags, then I will direct my guards to keep an extra tight security on those who enter and leave our town. That's the best I can do. We had 24 guards and a very formidable captain guarding this town a few short days ago. We're down to 16 guards to watch the walls, to keep the order. I'm sure you understand that that's simply not an option for me.
Of course. I would not want to risk further... what is the word? Making
Spreading
the
them too
city
thin.
less safe. That would not be good. I figured to ask is better than not to ask. I'm sure you agree.
Sure. So, I have great sympathy for what you were hoping to achieve. I have no doubts, once again, Larnak, my spy, will get you the information you seek, but I must ask for the next couple of days to allow this situation to breathe. I have many things to do as the new burgomistress, and you've come to me asking about our arrangement each day since we made it.
Of course. We would not wish to take any more of your time. Have a good evening.
I wish you all the best, and who knows what tomorrow might bring, or the day after that. I'm sure you'll complete your mission.
If I may mention just one thing. just to add to your plate, that the children mentioned a hole behind the church that they like to sneak out on to go behind the border. You might just want to close that.
I will have some guards make a complete sweep of the city walls. I bid you adieu.
Good evening, Lady Fiona. Thank you for your time.
Good evening.
You guys exit Wachter House into the muddy streets, heading towards the Blue Water Inn, where we meet Rohan and Ghost a little bit in advance of you guys. Entering the Blue Water Inn, you see it's a pretty light business day. Some familiar faces of commoners enjoying some wine, enjoying the tavern. The Mardikovs are there running the establishment as usual. As you enter the door, two small children rush past you, like through your legs, and kind of make you trip up a little bit, Ghost. What would you like to do?
Is it just Ghost and Rohan at the bar right now?
Yeah, I'm going to say they got there a little bit before you guys as you were doing your meeting.
Is Zoldar in the bar?
There is a gentleman in the bar that looks like the guy who helped you last night. Zoldarovich.
I stride over to Zoldar.
All right. And just for a recap, Zoldar is about 6 foot, pretty athletically built, but very rugged individual. He's wearing pelts. He's got a bald head, a big beard, long hair. And there's a bunch of gray in his beard. He looks like he's seen some shit in his day. And his companion sitting next to him seems to be a bit younger, also dark brown hair, long. Got some pelts also, a big scar on his face, a little bit of stubble for facial hair. They look like pretty rugged gentlemen. You approach these guys?
Zoldar and company. Good to see you.
Yeah, Ghost. Nice to see you again. This is my companion here, Yevgeny.
Yevgeny. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Zoldar says, what's been going on since we locked that feller up last night?
Well, that insolent bastard who deserved to die. I see you're a man of justice, Zoldar. I appreciate that. I turn back to Rohan and I say, this man slit his throat.
Well,
or how did you kill him?
Just right in the kidney.
Sorry, stabbed him many times. Or one time, I don't know.
He didn't. There was less pain.
One clean stab. He
Sounds
died.
gruesome. Doesn't sound very humane. He must have deserved it.
Well, he was kidnapping children and trading them to witches. Pretty much the worst thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's an all right technique there, Rohan. You know, in the wolf hunting trade, we say if you don't kill it with the first stab, you just stab it again. It's a long saying in our profession. Yeah.
As much of a bastard as he was still a man, and I don't like to put men down like beasts.
What can I help you gentlemen with?
Well, so the plot that we're unraveling here, the man who is selling children to witches, we want to finish these witches, cut off the problem at the source, strike the root, so to say. We're looking for able-bodied men who want to ride to a windmill not too far from here. Our party and whoever will join us, we're going to attack these witches. I will be going in first, so I will take the brunt of the chance of death, the risk myself. But we're hoping to send in a party after and overwhelm them with force. We're hoping you would join us, brave Zoldar and Yevgeny.
Do we look like some kind of witch hunters to you, Ghost?
You look like wolf hunters. That's what we're looking for.
And why would we rush off to die with you, Ghost?
Undoubtedly, those witches have lots and lots of witch gold. They've been selling pies all over Barovia. I'm sure you've seen them. They've got to have lots of money.
Well, we are for hire, but we're only wolf hunters here. We can be guides. If you want, we'll guide you around 5 gold pieces a day. But you'd have to have quite a sum of money, my friend, to get us to travel this cursed realm at nighttime.
50 electrum apiece.
They look at each other and start laughing.
What is funny?
That's enough to stay here and be content for the night with my life still intact.
I took you for a man of honor and bravery. Is that true? You helped us bring that other man to justice. Help us bring these hags to justice.
Make a persuasion check, Ghost.
Big money.
Well, Ghost, I am a man of honor, and I'm also a man of brains. Which is why I'm not going to stick my neck out and die in those woods.
Very well. I mistook you for the quality of man I thought. Let us move on, Rohan.
We're at the bar. I thought we were drinking here.
Oh, I think we should go find Irina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I have to go find fresh meat anyways for Buttercup.
As you guys, so you're exiting the bar now?
I guess
that way.
We'll wait for Juniper and Manafaa.
They show up shortly after. You guys have kind of walked away from these two fellows, and they're actually like pretty entertained by what you just said to them. They're laughing. They've been drinking. They're like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's going to die. As Juniper and Manafaa rejoin you guys.
Any luck?
We will have no help here.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They have 16 guards for the whole of the town. They cannot reduce that by too much, even sending 5. I mean, that is a very large amount of their force.
Well, we did do quite a favor for her. I see she doesn't think much of us in return.
It's asking a lot of a person, Ghost, to leave their town defenseless for a mission where their guards might die. It's a lot to ask.
Is
Well, their
it to
kids
protect
are
their
gone.
children? Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rohan.
I beseech you, gentlemen, to just reconsider. Just think about how pointless this is going to be if you can't get a single person to come with you, particularly a spellcaster. I understand that more children are probably going to die because we cannot do anything right now. But if we can do things in the future, it's better for us to stay alive for the children that we will save. I understand that you want to do this more than anything. I understand that you have honor and dignity and are deep down a good man, but you cannot be a good man when you are dead, Ghost, and the same for you, Rohan. Please, just let it go for now. We'll come back. I promise we'll come back.
I say plan B, which is not kill all the hags, because we need an army to do that. I might be able to kill one. And all we need to do is save the little girl and get out. We don't need to kill them. I think we can do that if we strike right.
I think the little girl... Juniper can't really finish the sentence, and she just holds her hand in her head and walks over to the bar and orders a glass of wine. She just can't keep talking about this. She's going in circles. And she's fighting an inner conflict.
Ghost goes over to her and puts his hand on her shoulder carefully, like as if she's going to bite him.
Ears go back,
like,
ears go back.
It's like, okay. Juniper, we both have children. I promise I will only put my life at risk briefly. We can get in and out of there. I know we can. I've spent my whole life killing people, killing spellcasters, killing people more dangerous than these three hags. We get in, we get out. And if it doesn't work, if halfway through this plan everything goes wrong, we get out. And if I die doing that, then I will have died with honor. I accept that. I won't put you guys at the same risk I am. But I'm going to need you.
Absolutely nothing I say is going to change your mind, is it?
No.
Even if I tell you that your children will be orphaned if you die, which is the most selfish thing. I refuse to let my daughter not know who I am. And I would hope that you would do the same for your child.
My time on this earth is limited anyway. I don't have much left, so might as well go out saving other children. One
She
chance.
turned you into a frog.
Exactly. We need to strike before that can happen.
She might still be able to do it. They were more powerful than anything I've ever seen. And I grew up on an island full of honkers. Like, it's really hard to say with a serious face.
Ghost is imagining like all these weird shapes and things. It's like,
just imagine a giant lizard the size of a house. That's a hunker.
Oh, okay. That clears things up.
Sorry.
One more strike, Juniper. For your child and for mine. I can do this. You have to believe in me. I have one card which I didn't play yet.
I am going to take out my coin of Timora and I'm going to flip it. Heads, I'm going to go along without complaints, and tails, I'll go along, but I will know that fate decided that this wasn't meant to be. One's going to be head, two's going to be tails. And one more time, remind me how to roll a 1d2.
You just /roll 1d2.
Is there any spaces?
After the roll.
Thank you. Okay.
Did you say which one was which?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is that Tails?
that's Tails. I
All
think
right.
it's a pointless mission, and I think you're an idiot, and I think you're selfish, and I think you're only doing this because it's what you think you need to do. But I won't let you die. But I need you to know what I think of you, and that's that I think you're a selfish man.
You can think that, and if you're coming along, that is fine. This may be the most selfless thing I've done, though. All right. Are you guys with me?
We're not. Are we leaving now?
If we do
Yeah.
not leave now, then when will we leave?
Yeah, about this time, Danica approaches your table and she says, "Hey, sorry to interrupt. We just need to discuss. Will you be staying here much longer? You've paid for the 3 nights, and tonight would be the 4th night. So,
Yep. Okay. Here you go.
Definitely.
as she's discussing with you, actually, Erwin Mardikov comes up behind her and kind of touches her on the shoulder and then addresses you guys, says, "Oh, actually, my dear, remember what we talked about? Would you four mind following me into the back room for a private conversation?"
Yeah, of course.
Insight check. Is he gonna try to kill us?
Inn owner?
You never know.
Make an insight check, Juniper.
How much
Poison
is
beet
another
soup.
night of rooms?
He could be a 15th level fighter for all we know.
Oh no.
Yeah, Juniper. I mean, as far as you know, he's got murder in his eye.
I follow with caution. I follow towards the back.
How much is another night of rooms, Brad?
Let me look one more time just to double check, please.
That's good.
All right. I will need to just look that up because my notes are insufficient no matter how hard I try.
Notes
The
are
bed
hard.
the bed for the night costs 1 electrum.
So 2?
Yeah, depending on the room that you're
We have two rooms. 2
renting.
electrum. Juniper has her own room.
I believe that was per bed, so. it'd
Oh,
be-
okay.
Yeah, if you're renting the room, you got to pay for both of the beds. So,
Okay. I will do 4
yeah, keep that in mind.
electrum.
So, you guys are led to a back room past the bar top into the kitchen of the Blue Water Inn. When you get back there, there's a big table in the middle of the room, very heavy wood. It's like every surface is a cutting board kind of thing back here. There's a fire going and various cookware set up to cook on the fire, using the fire. A big cauldron full of some bubbling red liquid that looks pretty similar to blood, but you guys have had beet soup many times. So it only puts Juniper on edge. Connecting these dots.
I stand by the door with my hand on my dagger.
Erwin, after you guys have shuffled inside, turns around and he says, "Well, thank you. You know, these are unstable times. I have a favor to ask. It's pretty embarrassing. But you all look quite capable. And after what occurred last night, I can tell that your intentions are well placed."
After what occurred last night, if you have a favor, just ask it. I'm surprised you're not throwing us out.
Well, I considered that, but I was persuaded otherwise. And he like taps his like coat pocket on the side, and there's like the clanking of some coins in his pocket.
Oh.
So here's the thing. We've been waiting on a wine shipment for over a week now. Sometimes it runs a little late. However, we're getting quite concerned now, and our stock is running quite low. We might make it through one day of business tomorrow, and then the entire town will be dry, effectively. Would you be so kind to head over to the Wizard of Wine's winery for us and retrieve this shipment? If so, if you can do this for us, we'd be happy to give you room and board on us. We'll provide you the one room with 4 beds, and as long as you are here, you can make yourselves at home.
Yeah.
This seems like a very fair deal to me.
No additional payment, just the free rooms.
Ghosts, think of the commotion we have caused for this man's tavern.
This man, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Besides, if the town is dry, you will not be drinking after tomorrow.
Juniper
Well-
shivers at that.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
We can go tomorrow. I say it's fine. I'm in.
Wait,
Oh, thank you so much. That's such a huge relief, with these political uncertainties, a lot of things going on. I would go do it, but wouldn't want to leave my family, and you understand.
Of course.
So the winery, if you just head out the east gates, follow the road for some time and follow the signs. How might you be traveling?
It will either be by foot or by horse. Most
Well, if you
likely
were
by
to-
horse.
If you were to take horses, be about 3.5 hours journey, and walking 4.5 to 5 hours. Once you get there, you can just tell them that Erwin sent you. Shouldn't have any problems. Do you have any other questions for me?
Nope.
yeah, none that I can think of.
What's in the pot over the stove?
Hope everybody just kind of turns.
It's soup. What do you mean?
She would like some, I think is what she's getting at.
Juniper just stands and crosses her arms and leans against the door and just glares.
It has been a very long day. Please forgive, my friend.
What do you
Ooh.
think? We're cooking something funny in there? We got a cold room? So that's, what is that, suspicious or something?
I mean, you've got to admit, it looks an awfully lot like red. But
Have
it
you
doesn't
ever
smell like it, so.
Have you ever seen a beet before?
What is a beet?
It's a root vegetable.
A tuber.
We don't have those where I'm from.
Juniper, we have been-
ginger and tuber.
We've been eating beetroot soup here every night for the last 3 nights.
Juniper just stays silent.
Erwin
Yeah.
just stares at you with a blank expression and just doesn't blink for like a minute.
Eh, Sir, like, like Manafaa was saying, we had a rough day. Please don't worry about our credibility. We'll get it done. I did have a quick question for you. Where can I get some carcasses or large quantities of meat to feed a pet that I have?
Well, we got plenty of wolf steaks here, and we do the butchering in house. You need some.
If you haven't,
scrap meat or something.
Yeah, if you have some extra scraps, I'll gladly buy them from you. Doesn't matter what it is: entrails, organs, kidney, stomach. Take it all.
All right. So he actually there's one door leading outside, and in a barrel outside, he opens it up, and like pretty, not pleasant smell comes out of this barrel. But he says, "You know what, Rohan, just help yourself."
Yeah, thank you. I'll take as much as I can. Let me go get a burlap sack.
Guts.
So Danica does speak up and says, "Well, we will need to discuss the arrangement for the rooms tonight still.
I already paid.
DM considered that you were already walking to the back room for your discussion as the payment was interrupted and everything.
Oh, okay.
So
I will add that back.
add it to your character sheet and then subtract it again. No funny business, Ghost. Danica says, "All right, well, do you need any cleaning service or anything? Do you need us to check on your room?"
I think we will be fine, but thank you.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay this evening. You got big plans tonight?
We do. Big plans.
We will most likely be coming back late.
All right. Well, we'll be here. So, you guys are back in the main room of the Blue Water Inn. What's next, Outliers?
Rohan has went and got himself a burlap sack and filled it up with guts.
Easy enough.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Okay.
Oh!
A normal man of lesser constitution would be gagging and really trying to not throw up at the stench wafting from this barrel. If anyone was observing Rohan from afar, they would see a man just going about his business as if it was a Sunday afternoon.
These are good entrails.
Some excellent quality offal you've got there.
Getting Sweeney Todd vibes.
He pulls out an eyeball and just like looks at it, squeezes it a couple times, like some juice squirts out on his fingers.
Oh, yes.
Buttercup will love that. Have you settled on Buttercup or is it waffles?
I'm still not decided yet. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try waffles for a couple of days, and then we'll see.
Juniper internally is offended, just as a cat.
All right. Let's feed the cat and go.
Yes.
Ghost gets on his horse.
Oh yeah, where would you be tying up your horses? I was going to ask you, what are you guys doing with your horses? You have to consider that now.
I figure we...
There's a stable at the inn.
Yeah. Had Ghost take mine and Juniper's to the stable. And I assume there's going to be an additional cost for stabling the horses, so I'll pay for that.
That'll just be an extra 2 silver a night standard there's some hay there that you can feed your horse with and that kind of thing. We'll say you just negotiated that with Danica.
Is that per horse or is that total?
Per horse.
Oh.
Well, I only have Electrum, so I'll just give her an Electrum piece for the horses for the night.
Okay, you got 2 horses covered.
Oh, Electrum is
5 silver.
5 silver. Okay, 2 Electrum then. Sorry, I got the amount mixed up there.
No problem. Easy to do. Yeah, she accepts your payment then. Your horses are good to be at the Blue Water Inn.
And
Then we grab the horse.
We take the horses back.
Awesome. So you get on your horses, trot through the city, through the town square. Commoners just going about their business. And it seems that nighttime is coming up soon. It's still a little bit light out. You stop at the Arisek stockyard.
Waffles. I've brought you some more treats. Knocks on the door again. Says it's Rohan. Hey baby. Let me feed you. I got you something really nice this time. And he's just gonna shove his hands into that burlap bag, and you hear some squishing and squashing. And he'll take out a handful and shove it through the grate or the gate.
Yep.
Drops it.
Animal handling check, Rohan.
Yep.
Oh no.
It got stuck.
One moment, please.
The first scene of Jurassic Park.
Oh no.
Ah! Rohan's lifted off the ground with his arm in the cage.
Maybe not putting his whole arm in the cage, just, tossing it through the bar.
Ah!
All right. You're going to get a little nip, Rohan.
Ooh.
I'm going to say it's halved.
Armor.
Saber-toothed
get a-
tiger.
Didn't get a critical hit there. Critical miss, rather, on your check. So you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage as you get snapped at. You just failed to get your hand back in time.
She's feisty. Wow.
Yeah, you look down, your hand's bleeding, and it's like it's actually you're actually surprised you can tell you distinguish the blood from the guts that you were.
Ugh.
She
like-
licked my hand clean at the same time. Whew. Oh, Waffles, you're not supposed to do that. I'm gonna need some bandages.
The cart with this new delivery is just rocking like crazy too.
Tiger. Well, he's gonna, he's gotta finish putting the rest of it in there. A little bit carefully this time. Maybe use a stick or spoon
Do you
or
want-
something.
Do you want me to do it cat to cat? I might have better luck.
Okay. Better not take my waffles from me though.
I will just shove it in there, just as a cat to cat. Just I feel a little disrespected, so I'm gonna try to be like respectful to this tiger. Talk to it like a normal human being.
That's what I was doing.
No, you are talking to it like a baby.
Oh,
Talk to it like an equal, Ranger.
Oh.
You're supposed to be good at this.
she's so cute though.
You might want to put on a glove, Juniper. That guts is going to be very hard to get out of your fur.
Oh, fuck. Too late.
She'll lick it clean. Don't worry.
That's true.
Juniper,
I've eaten my fair share of rats. Yes?
make an animal handling check.
Is there no way I convince you to do advantage because I am a cat?
No.
Cool.
What if-
It never hurts to ask.
what if-
Never hurts to ask.
What if she meows at it for a while?
Oh, God.
Oh
All
That's
right.
good.
no, it's very good. That's
Uh,
sad because I'm better than Rohan.
You have tremendous feline agility, Juniper. So Buttercup snaps at you, but you're a fraction faster. You see it happen. It's kind of like slow motion for you, and you just withdraw your hand, and no problem. And Buttercup, the sounds of satisfaction from within the wagon.
Oh, that's a good waffles. Okay. Well, let me I'll saddle up and take care of this hand and we can get going.
All right. Let's ride.
Wipe the blood on my cloak.
Burning daylight.
Yes, we will need to travel swiftly.
Yes, night is. We might have 2 fights on our hands, hags and wolves. Just want you to think about that.
We ride.
Damn it.
Ride
I tried.
on horseback once again, burning up and down the Spalich Road.
Yes. Yes.
Did we ever regain health after our last encounter? No, right?
Well, I asked if anyone needed healing,
Yeah.
and everyone said, "Nah, we're
Nope.
fine."
Is there, with our rest by the lake and all this stuff, is that a short rest somewhere in there?
Yeah, you would have definitely triggered a short rest at one point or another. This whole segment has been 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, you can tell nightfall is going to be coming up upon you pretty quick as you head out of the gates once more. Are you going to say anything to the guards as you leave?
Nope.
We will be back later tonight.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Savior.
And I'm going to need some paint. I don't care what color, but just find some paint and leave it by the gate.
What? Paint?
Paint!
You are
Yeah.
all doing good work. Thank you for keeping the city safe. Is
Oh,
that,
thank you. Thanks, Mr. Manafaa.
is that how you talk to people who look up to you? I do not know.
You did good, yes.
All right. Once more, burning down the old Spalich Road. That is where we will take a 5-minute break. And we'll be back very shortly to see what happens. I'm excited. Welcome back to the Emerald Dragon, where we are in the midst of something could be special. The Outliers have just left the city of Vallaki. They're going back to the Windmill, folks. And as they do, point out, Manafaa, you look up to the sky as you leave the city, the town walls. You see a raven. Seems to be following you from afar, up ahead, or up above. You guys rush down the old Spalich Road westward. It's becoming a familiar journey now. Any point you need to stop, talk halfway through your journey, guys? Or are you just going straight there, like where you...
Probably the same place we tied up our horses before. We'll talk there.
Very good. Okay, so that's 2 hours, 2.5 hours riding at a brisk pace. And you finally arrive at this location again. You don't see any of the horses that you left behind in this immediate vicinity. You don't hear anything. You can see the windmill perched up on top of the hill. But this time, you can only see it in a faint moonlight that's shrouded by clouds. Darkness has fallen on you guys, fallen on the land, and you see but a couple glows in the windmill windows.
The windmill is 2 stories, right?
No.
Oh. It could be more.
Yeah, just looking at the outside of it, I'll bring you back to the map here. You guys have seen it several times, but just a good visual.
Okay, 3 at least.
Alright, Ghost, what is this plan of yours?
How high? Well, okay. When the hag was casting spells at us, was it from the first level or the second level window?
So you're talking about the window just above the door then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the picture.
So we'll call that the second level.
Okay.
So it was from that door right above.
Just to
Or the
clarify,
window right above.
second level, as in the first level, is ground level.
Yeah, ground floor, second level. Yep.
Okay. And
Has a big star on it if you were to get there by elevator.
how high is the first window?
It's about 10 feet, a little taller than 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. And how high is the second window?
It's another 10, maybe 12 feet additional. Ghost, you would know this too. Like, you guys have spent quite a bit of time in and around the windmill, enough to get a good idea about it. So you notice, like, given the shape that the windmill's in, there's sufficient footholes and crevices and things in this windmill. You think you could probably climb it pretty easily.
Okay. And Juniper, you have a climb speed, right? Juniper, you can climb walls.
No.
No?
I was going to be your backup. I didn't want to get involved in this.
Juniper, I need you for this. I'm the bait. You grab the kid.
Yes, I have a climb speed.
How
me
high
check
can you
this.
climb in one turn?
I'll tell you in a second. 20 feet. 20 feet.
All right. Well, that could almost get you to definitely the first level, maybe from the first to the second, or we can climb ourselves too. But if you get in a tight spot, you can use that to escape or to get in. All right. We ready for the plan?
Let's see.
I would like, yes, I would very much like to hear your plan.
60% of a plan. If you guys have any better ideas, I'm open to them. But here's what I've been thinking. I'm going to turn myself in. I'm going to offer to trade my soul for the children's soul, the child's soul. I'm hoping they'll take it. But there's a chance I might need to negotiate more. I don't know. I'll think on my feet. But anyway, my plan is to get as close as I can. I'm hoping I can see the child and know what floor the child is being kept on. Juniper, you can cast a message, right?
I can, but to respond to me, you have to actually talk out loud.
Can you just listen to what I'm saying, even if I'm not talking to you? Like you could listen to half of what I'll just be talking, right?
If you're just talking in a conversation, responding to my message, I don't see.
And you can
I'd
just,
only be able to hear a few words.
that might be enough. I'll start talking about hopefully what level the child is on. But I'm going to try to get towards the windows as well. And then you should be able to know where I am. The plan is, at one point, I am going to try to get the jump on them. I know they can turn me into a frog, so I have to do something distracting so I can get off a volley of shots, hopefully. And I will tank as long as I can. I will stand there and fight them. But the only way that I can fight them is Juniper, when I give the signal, you're going to cast darkness in the room. If the room is dark, they can't cast spells on me because most spells need line of sight. So as long as the room is dark, we'll both be fighting in the darkness, and that will be the distraction.
That is actually very clever.
And after that, the three of you, probably Juniper, but however you can make yourselves useful, grab the child and get out, and I will fight them as long as I can.
Hold on, I'm reading something about darkness. 1 second.
Juniper,
Hmm?
there's a couple ways you could cast darkness. In the military, we have this saying. It's called fire in the hole. If you're outside the window and you cast darkness on something, then you throw it into the room where I am, and you say, fire in the hole! And then you can go somewhere else and try to get the child. Or if the child is in the room, you might have to go into the room and grab her, even in the darkness. But I will distract them and fight them. Does that make sense?
It does.
In fact, if you cast the darkness on something that you're holding beforehand and then throw it in the room, then they won't have a chance to counter that because it'll already be on that object. And you won't have to cast it in the moment either. You can just, as soon as I give the signal, turn the room dark.
All right.
In and out. If anyone has any protective spells to cast on me, I would appreciate that, but I don't know what you have.
We'll also have to tread with caution because I do have to concentrate while on darkness. So if I get hit, that could be bad. But that's not enough to stop your plan, I know.
I can give you protection from evil and good, but Ghost, maybe I should go in with you.
You could, but if it goes sideways, it'll just be me there, which is fine. I don't want to risk your life. Also, I don't know. It sounds riskier. Will they suspect something because there's two of us, or do you think they'll feel like I can't do anything because it's just me, but when we send two in or three, they might get
Exactly.
worse?
It would seem more suspicious to go in by yourself and make a trade for a child's life.
That makes
when
perfect
that
sense.
child couldn't go anywhere on its own anyways. I will exchange the child, and you will say, is what we'll tell them.
Yes, Rohan is there to escort the child.
That makes sense.
That works out in my mind. Let me go in first, though, and I'll say, my friend is coming to escort the child. Yes? Or do you want to come in? At least let me walk in with my hands up, and then I'll say, my friend is outside to carry out the negotiations, should we agree. And there's no doubt in my mind that they could kill the both of us, so I don't think it'll be any risk to them to hear us out.
And when exactly do you want me to start climbing the tower and casting message?
We need some kind of a code word.
Buttercup.
That's a little hard to slip into casual conversation.
I could slip in casual conversation about the Buttercup with anybody.
Buttercup it is.
Oh my, you are all going to die.
I would like to, at this moment, cast False Life on myself, giving myself 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points.
And I am going to use my last first level spell to cast Mage Armor on myself.
And I put my hand on Ghost's shoulder and I say, this is a stupid mission, but it could work.
All right.
If anyone can pull it off, it's you.
Brother Rohan, I'm glad you're coming in with me.
Rohan, you got the protection from good and evil on yourself?
No, that's going to be on Ghost.
Oh, okay.
And just for mechanics' sake,
Yeah, I was trying to get that out last time, but he turned into a frog, and he was like nowhere near me for to touch him.
Just so we got the mechanics clear, I am going to spend 1 second level spell to get back 2 sorcery points so that I can cast darkness and see through it.
Okay.
That puts me at 1 spell. And I
Sounds
will
good.
grab a rock close by and have it on my belt so that when it comes time to darkness, I'll cast it on the rock.
All right, you find a suitable rock. Rohan watches you pick up a rock, and he's like, "That's probably not the one I would choose, based off of, the
I'm
Velaki cards."
not in the mood, Rohan.
Okay.
You also have that spectral hand. If you additionally want to just toss it in the window with your hand, that's another option too. You make your decisions in the moment, but you know the plan.
I do. And I don't like it.
It's worth it. Think of our daughters. You have a daughter? Think of our daughters.
So, just so we're all clear, we're not trying to kill these hags. Just get away.
We can't
And
kill them.
if we can't find the child,
Yes, what if the child is dead?
Then we wing it.
Then we what?
Hey, we wing it.
We wing it?
Yes.
Sure.
alright.
I'm planning on killing one.
That wasn't part of the plan, Ghost. You said in and out.
I know. I have to distract them, so if one dies, then so be it.
If one
Then I only have to
dies, then they will
attack two.
kill you. They will
I swear,
try
as soon
even
as you have the
harder.
child, I'm running. My goal is not to kill them, but, sometimes the best way to distract someone is to kill them.
Will you even be able to find your way out of darkness?
Rohan looks
Jumping out the
confused at
window.
that. How are you? Okay, well,
Get in. We'll find a way out. The stairs, the window.
I have a plan actually. This will work.
For extraction?
Yeah.
What's your plan for extraction? I'd really like to know that beforehand. Don't
I'm
think
going,
winging that is good.
I'm going to take some of this 50-foot rope, tie it around the rock, and when we get to the window where the child is, I'm going to throw the rope out the window, or I'll throw the rock out the window, hold the rope, so we know where to find the window.
Oh, you could just use this grappling hook I have.
So that works too.
I hand Rohan my grappling hook.
So is my cue grappling hook on window?
No.
No,
As soon as we are about to engage and distract these witches, you need to cast darkness immediately or we're dead.
Wait, so as soon as a fight is about to start, or
As soon as, yeah,
okay?
I'm going to start tanking. I'm going to, listen for Buttercup. But as soon as you hear Buttercup, make sure the room is dark or, we're aft.
All right, make sure the windows are open then.
Well, you can throw it through the window too.
I'm not very strong, but I will try.
Or climb up. You can just climb up and throw it through. It is imperative that the room turns dark or this plan is screwed. That's the whole hinge of this. And the child might be in the room. You might have to come in and grab the child while Rohan and I are fighting.
And what's Manafaa doing?
Healing
I
us.
am
He's a golden god. Don't ask him to do things.
I am standing near the door, being ready to do whatever needs doing.
All right. Ghost lights a torch and starts walking towards the windmill.
Ghost, did you give me that grappling hook?
Yeah, you have the grappling hook.
Okay, good.
I'm going to need stealth checks from anyone else getting into position who's not trying to be noticed.
So just Manafaa and
Yes.
Juniper?
Juniper, getting close to the window.
Oof.
And definitely Juniper was supposed to be the sneaky one. Manafaa, like you're just kind of with them? Are you trying to be sneaky?
Actually, I won't try and be super sneaky, but I'll stop a little bit further away so that, like, because it would make sense for me to be here. If Rohan's getting closer to take the kid, then I'll just be a little further back, just being like, I exist.
Sure. Okay. Ghost,
Before we
Rohan.
get to the door,
Yes.
I turn my back towards the windmill. So if there is someone looking at us, hopefully they can't see something that I'm doing very quickly. And I say, Rohan, hold this torch.
Okay.
Ghost takes his Reaper class crossbow, which is a repeating crossbow, and he hits his finger so the magazine ejects of bolts. It's a gold-plated magazine. There's like a fin on his gauntlet, and he kind of digs in his pocket, in his satchel. And Rohan, you see him pull out this red vial liquid, and he kind of shakes it a little bit. He opens it up, puts a little bit on his finger, and puts it in his gum. And waits for the sickness to hit and pass.
I knew you had some habits, but I was not expecting that one.
Then Ghost takes his vial and he places it inside the magazine holder of the gauntlet, and then takes the magazine and puts it on top of the vial. So it's kind of like, it's like a clip that's just a little bit out of the gun, being ready to be clicked into the gun.
Okay. Sounds good.
Very, very gently, this glass vial in the chamber. He's like, I'll tell you later. And he keeps walking. He grabs the torch.
By the time you reach the front door, the waves of nausea have passed, Ghost. Perhaps the adrenaline of the current scenario is dwarfing all those uncomfortable feelings you're so used to. When you're about 3 feet from the door, it swings open. You're immediately, light pours out onto the two of you, and stepping out is none other than Granny Hag.
I have my hands up.
She takes a step out of the windmill. She says, well, back so soon?
We are back. We are aware you have a child. I would like to propose a trade. If you would let me see the child, perhaps we could discuss something where we both win.
You see, foolish man, to make a trade means you have to have leverage. What could you possibly offer me?
Well, for starters, you can have the deed to your windmill. As a homeowner, it feels very good that you're no longer renting, but you finally have ownership over your own piece of property.
Oh, God.
I will hand you this deed. And that's, I'm telling you, you will wake up the next day a new woman.
Give me one legitimate reason I should not strike you dead right now.
Because if I was dead, I couldn't offer you my soul. And I'll trade you a soul for a soul.
Your soul?
You free the child, you have me.
Very interesting.
And gross hag, might I add, this man has been touched by Strahd. Just want to throw that out there.
And where are your other companions?
They're out there.
A little ways down the road, Manafaa waves.
I have no doubt we have seen your powers. You can easily kill all of us. You probably feel no threat by even all four of us facing you. This is a trade. It is not a fight.
I'm intrigued. Interesting. Well, your souls, perhaps. But it's going to take more than just one sorry soul of a half-dead man. She looks right into your green eye as she says that.
I look back. Well, I can offer you the soul of my only daughter as well.
And
If she
how
were-
might you do such a thing as that?
Don't you have some kind of a contract? She's only 8. But I know if she were here right now, she would be willing to give her life for the life of this other child. She's the best person I know.
I'm sure she would make a tasty treat. But that is not what I desire this evening. Come out of hiding. I know you're over there. Her voice seems to be in the direction of Juniper, lurking in the shadows. Let's
Nice.
talk, shall we?
Step out and I walk next to Ghost. You called?
A trade has been proposed.
I witnessed.
She looks kind of excited, and when she kind of smiles a little bit, you see her teeth are disgusting and yellow, crooked, missing. I would be willing to trade a child, but I need something from you. All of you. Are you interested?
I believe it solely depends on what you're looking for.
Well, 2 things you could say. The first, I have a job that needs done.
Go on.
I've given a precious item away, and I want it back. The only catch is this item currently resides in Castle Ravenloft.
Of course it does. Well, are you going to say anything else? Or are we going to move on to number 2?
Shall I continue?
I just asked if you wanted to.
I shall.
Good.
Witches.
I will indeed call it collateral. I will need a portion. Tossing the word soul around is such harsh terminology, wouldn't you say? An essence, perhaps? An essence of your souls? Which I'll just keep here safely to know that you'll uphold your end of the bargain.
I can tell you that one thing I hate about witches is how they always talk in riddles. You need to tell us flat what you're looking for. Essence, what does that mean? Does that mean blood, hair?
I can tell you more, and I can tell you I don't appreciate your attitude.
I've been told that my entire life.
Nobody, yeah, exactly. Nobody appreciates her attitude. Just tell us what you want, Hag, and then we'll be on our way.
She wants
Well,
a part
it's
of
up
our
to
soul.
you. It's up to you which part you give. You can choose to give one of the following: your last breath, your silver tongue, your victory, or your memories.
Any one of us can choose any of those?
Did I stutter?
I volunteer.
I'm gonna need it from all of you.
How
But
about
thank
if
you for being first in line.
Ghost kind of turns around and looks at the night sky. He says, "Can I offer you my whole soul, or what's left of it? Leave the others. You can have all of mine."
That was not the deal, sir.
Ghost starts to untie his mask and just looks up at the night air. And he says, "You know, Strahd claims to be the devil in these parts of the land." And Ghost takes off his mask, throws it on the ground. He says, "If you see him again, could you please tell him that there is another devil in town? And his name is me." And I turn around, and for the first time, you see Ghost's second, like the other half of his face. His green eye is just completely a glowing orb right now. And as far as the part that was being covered by a mask, you guys see skin that looks like it's been doused in acid and then burned by fire and then doused in acid again. It's like sagging off of his face, and it's almost translucent, and it just hangs. And beneath the translucent skin, you see these black tendrils underneath the skin, just floating all over his face and like down his neck. And inside these black tendrils, you see this green liquid just kind of flowing in spurts. And as the green liquid moves around, that's when the green glow kind of casts out. It almost seems like this dancing light. And it is just horrifying. And Ghost turns and faces towards the hag and says, "I'll see you in hell." And he just lunges at her Superman style, action surges. And as he's holding up his crossbow arm, he smashes down the magazine and breaks the vial of liquid inside his clip, putting the liquid all over his bolts. And he fires 3 bolts right into her black heart.
Let's roll some initiative.
I am shook. This is a plan?
Come on, initiative. Is she caught off guard?
I don't think so, man. That whole thing was pretty tense.
Can I roll an intimidation check?
You can roll initiative for me, sir.
No, I don't want to be first. first. I don't want to be first, please.
Yes. Oh. I forgot to click mine. Sorry.
It's all good.
I was too intent, but I got an 18. That makes me feel a lot better.
All right, go ahead and enter your numbers there, folks. Well, you can see the roll.
Ah.
No.
But Juniper is the first to act.
Buttercup.
I figured. Fuck me. Okay, I will.
Throw it in the house.
I will cast darkness on my stupid rock, and I will throw the stupid rock behind the witch, so that darkness encapsulates us in the house. And
Yes.
I will do that, and I will. I will grab Ghost's arm, just so that he knows where I am, and I'll stay where I am. And I think that's gonna be my turn. Yeah.
Can I please get an indication on the screen of the darkness?
Yes. Sorry. So
It's all good.
I will aim the rock for right about here, and then the 15 foot. I will probably draw a circle. But just so you can see it now, the 15 foot would be about yay big. Wee.
Okay. Juniper's right next to me. Can we whisper really quick?
Yeah, probably. It's not going to be like specifically quiet, I wouldn't say. You are Supermaning in midair as far as I can tell at the moment.
That's
your
true.
description.
Fair enough. I was hoping that now I won't be able to do that till after her turn, so I'm technically not. If I got to go before her, then I would be.
Yeah, you can. I just think like, rolling initiative and it's like a split second we're doing this thing. Like you're not going to be like, pause, let me whisper this plan really quick. And then, you can say whatever you want. Juniper can say whatever she wants.
Okay. Just as I'm diving, I'll say, get the child! And diving at her.
Get the child! This was not the fucking plan!
This was exactly the plan.
Ghost is excited about it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. As he said, get the stupid child. I'm assuming we are where we are on the map.
Yes.
I will... What's my speed? I'm caught off guard here. I will move to about here, going around the witch, and use... I'll try to sneak behind the witch to get into the house to look and see if the child's on the bottom floor, so I'll get myself right about there.
Nice.
How do I draw a circle?
Draw shape, hold Alt.
Thank you.
Does darkness extend upward too? Like
Yeah,
if it's
it's
in
a
the center. Oh, okay.
Sphere. You guys can just guess that it's probably covering most of the second area too. Maybe not up to the ceiling, but at least through the floor. So it's not going to be centered on you, Juniper.
It'll be centered on the rock that I just tossed.
Okay, is the rock going to change location?
No, the rock is going to stay where it is.
Okay, we're just going to assume then that Can you draw out that 15-foot point again?
I am attempting to. Sorry, I've never drawn something on Hero Forge.
Oh, just with the ruler would be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Just for my reference.
Yes, sir. 15.
Oh, so it is on you right now. Okay.
Yes, I'm standing right where the rock is.
Got it. All right. Juniper, is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sensing imminent danger coming directly at her from the very aggressive ghost. Even in the darkness, somewhat simultaneously pointing straight ahead of her, a blast of white energy comes out in a straight line, impacting Ghost immediately, and it's going to impact you, Manafaa, and Rohan, standing right behind. This is going to be a lightning bolt. Dealing 25 lightning damage.
Oh shit.
Dex save.
There is a dex save. Yes, sorry about that.
25. So 7.
I got
13.
kicked out of roll 20. 1 sec.
Let me double check. The spell save is 15 or higher, please. So Manafaa, you'll take the full brunt of that. Ghost, you are you save, so half damage, 7 on that. And Rohan.
I got kicked out of roll 20, so I'm just logging back in. Sorry. One
Gotcha.
moment.
No worries.
If it's 25 damage, then half of that would be.
Oh, sorry. I thought, what did we say?
12.
25 damage. Yeah.
13.
And we round up, right? 13?
Sure.
Dex saving.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. All right. You're only going to take 13 as well, Rohan. This just penetrates you guys, and you haven't been hit like this in all your time in Barovia, I think. It's it's really shocking. Let's put it that way. With that said, I did forget. They'll come in second round. No problem. That's going to be Morgantha's turn. Ghost, you are shrouded in darkness, just got blasted by an electric bolt, and it's your turn.
All right. I'm still Superman diving. I'm assuming I know her location, but it'll be at disadvantage, my attacks.
Because it's dark, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm shooting the 3 bolts doused in whatever was in my vial. Here we go. Natural 1.
Ooh.
Wait, so for the second one is a 13. I will use a precision shot. 20 and... So the first one misses, but the other ones are 19 and 20.
Okay, 19 and 20 hit, definitely.
All right.
I'm going to say for the very first one, as you're going for your Superman dive, you actually trip a little bit, stumble on the ground, and then your second 2 are from the ground pointing upward. So you're going to be, what is it, prone? Just that'll be the ending state of your turn. The second 2 are hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. All right. You hear your bolt's impact. She doesn't make a noise.
Okay.
If you had to guess, she might be smiling.
Okay. Can I still use my movement, or is my movement eliminated?
You can still use it. You'll have to use, what is it, half your speed to stand up?
Yep.
All right.
And then I will move here.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next up is going to be Manafaa.
Did I hear any effect from the liquids that were on my bolts? Or did I just fire into darkness and kind of...
You heard the impact of the bolt, the last 2. So you're confident that they hit, but no particular special sound coming from them.
All right. I'm dead.
Manafaa.
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. At first level, regaining 7 HP. And then... I believe I need... So spiritual weapon does not specify that I need to have line of sight on who I'm hitting with it. How do you rule that, GM?
What did we decide in Tomb of Annihilation for Ignatius? That you needed to have some eye on it, right? It's not like
In my research and how I played it in Tomb was that you can cast it and attack, but you're attacking blindly, even if you can't see it.
got it.
So
That makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, so I could cast it and make an attack, but it would be at disadvantage.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, then
Yeah, we also ruled, I don't know if there's a house rule, but if you move outside the range of the spiritual weapon, then you can't move it. So you can't just like send it in the windmill and have it start attacking blindly at stuff.
I will just end my turn. Sorry, I'll take 10 feet of movement and end my turn.
Rohan.
Okay, Rohan is going to move over to this position after seeing that Manafaa healed himself. He's just going to use his heal on himself also. So... yeah. And that's my turn.
All right. Okay, back to you, Juniper.
Oh my goodness. I am going to step in to about here and just try to do a quick glance around the room. Do I see the little girl? Do I see the child? Do I hear the child? Is there any sign of her?
I'm gonna let you do this for free as you walk in because you've been in there twice now previously. It all looks the same. It's a kitchen area. There are ingredients strewn about, etc. There's some blood on the floor, perhaps from the Vistani that were there previously.
But I don't see the child.
No child on ground floor.
Okay. Then I will use another few feet of movement to go back outside, because I know that the witches are probably inside, and I'm going to start climbing the wall up to the second window. So sorry, let me figure out how many feet of movement I just used.
And you're going this way?
Which way? I didn't see an indicator.
Out the front door.
Yeah, out the front door.
Right. We'll
Yes,
provoke
sir.
an opportunity attack.
Can she see me?
She can't see you, but she'll sense that you're there and take a blind swipe.
Okay.
Wait.
That yeah, I'll take it.
Is there a debate on opportunity attacks without sight?
Nope.
Okay.
Could you just climb at the door?
I believe
Why?
you'd still be within melee range and moving out of melee range, so I believe it would still provoke an attack of opportunity.
With mage
But-
armor, I'm currently 16. Uh-oh.
It's at disadvantage, 15 to hit. You just...
Yes!
That misses. Oh my god. I was going to say 16 is more than half.
He swipes at you and shaves off some of your butt hairs. Just get out of the
I
way.
am offended. I'm proud of those hairs. They have gold braided into them.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm panicking. I say shit when I'm panicking. I think if my measurements are correct, I took about 10 feet to get in, get back out. I've got a climbing speed of 20, so I would like to start climbing up to the... I missed the debate. Are we calling it first floor or second floor window?
The first floor is the ground floor.
Thank you, then second floor window. I remember the debate happening, but I was thinking.
So you'll be able to climb up 10 feet to start.
Mhm.
And so you'll be suspended on or just kind of climbing up the windmill to end your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Granny calls out. She says, "Get ready, little darlings. We have visitors." And you hear like some stirring kind of at some of the higher levels of this place, not sure where. And at second level, she's going to cast an undisclosed spell as far as you guys are concerned. I'm gonna roll 7d8.
I think I know what it is.
It's always a good sign, right? All right. And that would be a sleep spell, which affects a 20-foot radius, starting from the creature with the lowest hit points in that area, which is Juniper. And it affects 24 hit points. So Juniper, you're climbing up this building 10 feet. You start feeling uncontrollably drowsy, trying to push through it, doing everything you can, but eventually your eyes are just too heavy. They shut, and you actually fall off of the windmill backwards. And that's going to be 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So
and she wakes up. Huh? She does.
Do I wake up from taking damage?
The damage, would make her up.
Oh my god!
Let me double check that.
Would that work?
Yes!
I am the best person to get hit by that spell if that's the case. Okay.
That was so fortunate.
I am going to panic.
One moment, please.
Brent's like, dar! Foiled
I'm
again.
done.
That's my favorite tool. Yeah.
The sleeper takes damage.
Yes, the sleeper takes damage. All right, so you fall off this windmill and thud to the ground somewhere along the side of Ghost's feet. You wake up again, and your head is a bit sore from taking a knock.
Cool.
All right, and that is going to be Granny's turn, which will bring us to Ghost once more.
Ghost is going to shoot two more shots at her.
All right, go for it.
Uh, 14, I'll use precision shot again. 22 and 20.
All right, that's 2 hits.
All right. 11 damage. That's almost... Ghost only has 1 bolt left in his clip now from the vial that exploded in there. So, yeah. So he takes those 2 shots at disadvantage and then it's like, okay, just remembers how much he has left in there. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Good to know. Manafaa, your turn.
I would like to hold a sacred flame for when I get a visual on any opponent.
Okay. Sounds good. I have to ask, darkness as a spell, is it a concentration spell?
Yeah.
All right, so that's important. I'm
I
gonna say
just-
starting next round, it's important because we forgot Ghost already had his turn, etc. Things would have been significantly different, but I'm not gonna rewind the clock here.
Okay, my
But
apologies.
help me remember that stuff here. Okay, so the darkness holds. Rohan, it's your turn.
Hmm. Rohan is going to Can I use Slayer's Eye let's see here, without actually seeing the target? No, you immediately in the turn.
It's a question for you.
Oh no, I have to see them within 120 feet. Okay, well he's going to come over here, run towards this wall, and he's going to hug the wall and move until he finds the doorstop. And from there, he's going to make a prediction that the hag is really close to him. And he's going to attack with silver short swords. So,
Okay.
something like that.
Sure.
I would say
Yeah,
it's
if
probably
you
more
want
like
to.
that.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, if you go into the door, if you're feeling to slide around to the door, that's totally fine. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
All right, the 19 will hit.
Wouldn't those be at disadvantage?
Oh, shit. Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right.
So let's call the first one an 8.
Okay. And then I'll just roll twice again and take it that way.
Yep. Yeah, so you're really you're feeling in the dark, man, and you take 2 wild swings with your silver sword and not finding any purchase.
Would the second one be 22 on disadvantage?
A 22 and a 9.
It'd be 9.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. We have 2 turns. Coming from an undisclosed location upstairs. And those turns will be held. Putting us at Juniper once more.
Juniper is going to yell. This was not the plan. This is not going to work. We have to go. And I am going to hold my action. And I think what I'd like to do is wait to hear from Ghost to hear yay or nay. No, that wouldn't make sense. You know what? I'm just going to say that, and then I'm going to move to the outskirts of the darkness, which will be right about here. So away from the witch. And that will be my turn.
All right. Well, in the direction pointing back towards the bolts that just lodged into her side, she extends a finger. If you could see it, another white blast of light comes from her finger. I need a dexterity saving throw, Ghost.
Didn't Ghost move? Oh, the last bolts.
Save. $19.
All right, 11 points. Lightning damage, Ghost. Hits you square in the chest. You're able to withstand a little bit of it, just glancing it to the side ever so slightly, not taking the full brunt. That'll be her turn. And Ghost, will be your turn.
All right. I'm going to point my crossbow right at her heart again and fire. I'll use another precision shot. 19.
Right, yes, 19. Mm-hmm.
And I will pull her in close as I take that shot right at her heart again. And I say, have you ever heard of Wolfsbane? You have 5 bolts of Wolfsbane in your system. You're not going to last much longer. And then I'm going to bonus action use Second Wind. So 1d10 plus my fighter level. Regained hit points. 4 plus 4. 8 hit points back. And I'm done. Actually, I'll move again. Over to this side of her.
All right, sounds good. You kind of pivot around.
I'll move here.
Am I just not seeing it, or did you roll damage for your attack?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
I'm assuming the damage doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, 9. Halved.
Nine halved. Oh, for the second wind?
No, for damage
Oh, right.
from the crossbow hit.
Why is it halved?
Or 9. I'll just say 9 and leave it at that.
Yeah. Resistance to piercing, is that what you're saying?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Got it. All right. We can discuss battle mechanics and things later on, how I was running this fight. But it's not over yet. So, Manafaa, your turn.
I cannot see anything with this cursed darkness. I will... I'll hold another sacred flame, waiting for an enemy to be able to be seen.
Okay. And that brings us to Rohan.
Rohan's just going to shout out, "We have a new plan, Juniper. It's kill the witches." and he's going to try and attack at the hags again. I'll just do what I did last time, but Paul, I'm gonna have to ask for your help on how you split your attacks like that, because mine only show. Yeah, all fails.
Gotcha. Yeah. The first swing, you actually not knowing where the witch is. I'm gonna say you hit Ghost on accident, man. With your natural 1.
That's the damage.
Yeah.
That was almost all my second wind. Ah!
Sorry, man. Flailing about with sharp objects in the dark is risky business. All right. Is that your turn then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the other 2 at undisclosed locations are once more holding their actions. Juniper.
Ah. I'm gonna scream back at Rohan, and I'm like, I really don't think we have a chance.
Don't have a choice either.
Yeah, we can run.
Nah, I don't think there's any running at this point.
Yeah, I can get us out of here.
You can?
I think I could get us out of here probably shouldn't be saying that out loud, actually. I know that Ghost isn't going to go willingly until this hag is dead. So I'm going to try to take down this hag at least. Can I tell through my darkness, can I see if she looks hurt? If Ghost said something about wolf's bane, can I see that something is happening to her?
Make a perception check, please. She looks fine.
Oh, that's not good. Hi. Okay. Fuck it. I don't know what to do. Juniper doesn't know really what to do, so she's just gonna cast Chill Touch at the hag. Just for something.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
17.
17 hits.
6 necrotic damage, and she cannot be healed until I think it's my next turn. Until the end of my next turn, she cannot be healed.
She lets out a howl. Ah, brain freeze.
And yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna yell, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Cool. So, hearing the swinging behind her and the slashing of Ghost and his yell out, Granny's gonna disengage and just walk, like take some movement in the opposite direction as she heard that sound, which will provoke Manafaa's opportunity attack, or held action rather.
Dexterity save, please.
Absolutely. She fails.
That will be 5 points of radiant damage as a blast of energy flies out from the cage that Manafaa is brandishing.
Definitely blasts her, takes her by surprise. Getting impacted by this and being able to see and survey the area for the first time, she looks back at you, Manafaa, and you see 3 points of light originating from her, and then heading right at you. Each one of these is going to be +1.
Is she doing this in addition to her action?
She did disengage. You're right. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. She's going to look at you and be pissed off, Manafaa. Maybe you look extra tasty to her all of a sudden, but you might never know. Ghost, your turn.
Juniper, Manafaa! Where did she go? Can I shout that?
Couldn't we hear her walking off? It's like we did a good perception roll.
We are outside.
Ghost, if it's your turn, you can shout something, of course.
Okay. Can they talk back?
No, it's not really how combat works.
Okay. Well, if I...
Sacred Flame does have a verbal component, so you would have been able to hear Manafaa casting a spell. Whatever that tells you.
How...
And possibly where the fire was. Dude, roll perception, man.
It's up to you, DM. I'm in darkness, so if Ghost still wants to attack her or pursue her, or I don't know how much he would know at this point or how you want to handle that, but he would want to follow after her if he can.
I think you would hear her shuffling away.
It's grass and dirt, yeah.
So can I just move in that direction?
Sure.
5, 10, 15.
All
Oof,
right.
It's light.
It's light. Well,
Oh, there you are.
I mean, it's light, but it's dark, but light enough to see her.
Okay.
The moonlight on her face, her horrible face.
My face is glowing green on her.
We got a battle of two uglies.
I am going to shoot her with my crossbow. 21. And I'm going to use trip attack. So she needs to make a strength save, DC 13.
Sounds good.
She also takes 5 points of damage. Shit.
23 on the strength, but 5 damage. All right. And that's one of the that's one of your fresh bullets.
My clip's out, yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to grapple her for my second attack. So that's contested athletics.
Oh. Ghost, don't forget your protection is up too.
Contested athletics, you say?
21.
13.
She is grappled, and I am going to drag her back into the darkness. 10 feet.
All right. Yeah, you grab her, and it's just like this old, like, loose, granny skin that you're just with you. Yeah, a little bit slimy on the outside. The stench is unreal, Ghost. Not that you're paying it too much mind, but...
All right, I'm done.
Okay, Manafaa, you see Ghost appear out of the darkness momentarily, and then he's like, ah! And, like, drags your granny back in.
See some feet kicking in the distance behind this like wall of blackness.
Oh.
Her feet still aren't poking out of there, are they?
They might be.
I'm gonna say that they're obscured again.
Okay. Damn it.
Looks like a little edge of her feet might be. I don't know.
Just a little edge there. Okay, her big toe is sticking out.
That's enough.
I ask because technically, since we're going on the same initiative, would I potentially have a chance to get a spell off before she gets fully engulfed back in the darkness?
I don't really like the idea of simultaneous actions on shared initiative.
That is fair.
But like I said, I'm not joking. Yeah, like the back of her heel is sticking out ever so slightly. My question is, would that be like 3/4 cover?
For a spell, if you can see any part of them, you can cast it as if you can see all of them.
Like predicting where they would be.
No, you just need to see one little piece of them. For a spell, for shooting them, it's way different.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Do it.
$25 to hit.
That hits.
I do think that if Brad, just for if you want to play it this way, if he is doing a spell attack, I think that can have cover.
That's what I was thinking. A ranged attack.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's like Sacred Flame though, and it's a save, then it just hits.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking something to look up after, but 25 definitely hits. So go ahead and roll your damage there.
It'll be 15 points of radiant damage, and the next attack on her will have advantage.
All right, very good.
Don't stab me, Rohan.
Rohan.
Finish him. You've done more damage to me than the hag. That's not.
Rohan is oh, it's on my turn. He's gonna run out that direction that he heard people moving. Where is everybody? And then he sees this heel or something kicking right there. He's gonna assume that's the hag and be like, hopefully we don't miss here. Actually, since I kind of see her,
What, the little bit of heel that you can see is like outlined in golden light?
I'm going to cast Slayer's Eye on her, and as a bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
I believe those are both bonus actions.
I think Hunter's Mark is bonus and Slayer's Eye is a spell, isn't it? Wait.
It says as a bonus action on the description.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so one or the other will be fine.
Then Slayer's Eye, and then I'll already an attack.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
You're gonna ready an attack?
Cut
Like
her Achilles heel. Or Achilles
I mean-
tendon.
I would, but I'm afraid of
So-
stabbing Ghost.
saying like what are your conditions for readying the attack then?
Being
Or
able
triggering?
to see more than just her heel. If I'm gonna like stab into her,
Okay.
I don't want to
sure.
stab Ghost.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. At this time, I guess Ghost, because you're the closest, you hear some footsteps coming down the stairs in the windmill, and still out of sight.
Does it sound like one set or two sets?
Just one.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, what kind of spells do I have left here? This is, guys are running me dry.
Yeah, that's the point.
No, but I don't know if it's enough, guys.
I don't think it is.
Go get the kid.
I can't get hurt or else darkness could drop and then y'all could die. I've been thinking about this the entire time. I've already lost one. I do like hearing that. Is it really? Oh, I love that woman.
I'll she probably would have helped us. Oh well.
She would have been so helpful right now. Oh, I hate that.
All right. Casting a spell at a very high level.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let me see here.
Sleep again.
All right. Yeah, so it only affects, yes, Ghost and June. You both get extremely dreary-eyed. It's weighing on you so heavily, and despite your best attempt, both of you fall to the ground,
12d8.
asleep.
And I believe that would drop darkness.
That drops the darkness, provokes the attack from Rohan.
With advantage.
Okay, that's 2 hits, Rohan.
Cool.
Hey, 5 and 9. And you're...
Nice, dude.
Nice, dude.
15.
It's more than that, right?
5, 9, 6. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. You're right.
20.
20.
Plus it's not halved. That's great. That was a solid hit, dude.
As soon as he saw her, he just sinks his blades into the hag's abdomen, kind of twists them around a little bit, trying to cut her insides.
All right. So that will end the one hag's turn. As you know, she's got a sister. Would you go ahead and clear the darkness radius?
How do I delete shapes?
Go back to the select tool and just click the shape
I click it.
and then hit delete.
Where does delete come from? I don't
Delete
see
is
it
on
here.
your keyboard.
Oh, I'm smart, guys.
Backspace might work also, I'm not sure.
It's gone on my end.
No,
I
it just
moved it.
moved.
Oh.
That's okay. It's out of the field.
I'll work on this. This is the only thing I can do right now. I'll figure out how to delete it.
All right. From the second story window appears one of the hag sisters. Looks at Rohan, just stabbed her mother in the gut. Looked pretty brutal. Rohan, please make a wisdom saving throw. All right, you just feel yourself start to tense up, but you're able to shrug off the effects of this spell being lodged at you. That concludes her turn and brings us to Juniper, which
There's no saving.
there's no
throw.
saving throw.
Can I bite my lip in my sleep and give myself 1 point of piercing damage?
You can bite your lip and, you know, curl up nicely.
Meow.
Juniper's just over there purring.
It's honestly very cute.
Morgantha, the granny, looks at Rohan, and she didn't like that very much. She didn't like that very much at all, Rohan. Ooh, that's a 12 to hit. Not gonna do it. She tries to slash at you. their claws. You're able to evade that. And she smiles at you. A little bit of blood comes out of her mouth. That'll be her turn. Ghost, you're asleep. Manafaa, you're up.
And you wake them.
It's an
Hit
action.
me.
Now you can stab me. That would have been helpful now, not before.
I mean, you're a spellcaster, you might.
Would they know about sleep, DM? To wake someone up?
I'll allow you to use an action to use an Arcana check.
An action? Jeez.
There is a reason that Manafaa is a spellcaster and has no idea how this spell works.
Oh, boil.
Depends.
I will cast on the hag blindness, deafness, choosing blindness on the mother. Please make a Constitution saving throw. DC 14.
$22.
Then that is my turn.
Rohan, you're up again, buddy.
Would taking an action to wake somebody up, well, waking somebody up, is that an action? So if I disengage, okay.
Well, you know what? In second thought, I'd say there probably is a way you could wake somebody up without taking an action necessarily. Disturbing their sleep without like, wake up, man, you know. Shaking someone awake would definitely take an action, but
Okay, I have an idea. So Rohan is going to disengage. And he sees Juniper over there sleeping on the job, and he's gonna run over here, but he's gonna run on top of her, like foot on her face and all over, just to go, wake up, don't.
Oh.
all right. So
If that doesn't disturb your sleep, I
interesting.
don't know what will.
Yeah, you'll have to deal some damage, and I'm just wondering what that should look like.
He's not wearing his spurs.
That's on my tail.
Yeah, maybe he stepped on her tail too. Who knows?
You've
I
seen
think-
a cat when you step on their tail.
I think running over there and stomping on her, roll a d6 and add your strength modifier.
Add a modifier.
This is some serious stopping.
Jeez.
It's got to be worthwhile.
Oh my god.
Ow!
Juniper, you're awake now, unpleasantly.
I'm so hurt. I wake up hissing. And I
then-
have my claws out.
I'll use the rest of my movement to come back here.
Okay, sounds good. This hag inside, She sees what's going on outside. She takes a few steps over towards, there's a barrel of some sort in this room. She mutters a few words over the top of this barrel. It's like this bubbling green liquid, if you were to see it. And out of the barrel steps this grotesque monster. Climbs right on out. This green, sickly beast. It stands tall. It's probably like 5.5 feet tall. And I'm gonna need to roll some initiative there.
More.
All right. The second one, from upstairs. It's gonna cast a spell to 120 feet. Seeing the threats are neutralized within her range of sight below, the only one standing tall is Manafaa in the distance. Manafaa, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on, buddy, you're wise.
Hey.
All right.
Coming through with the clutch wisdom saves.
The spell does not take. Manafaa, you resist with all your might. That brings us up to the top. Juniper.
Choose wisely.
I'm not sure if it's wise, but it's what she would do. Juniper's just gonna look around and see. She's pretty darn hurt. She's become useless. She has only got her physical attacks left that do hardly any damage at all. Juniper is just gonna yell, we cannot do this. And I'm going to dash towards the tree line. That's going to be a 60-foot dash. Just whoop all the way over there.
All right.
And that will end my turn.
All right. Maneuvering around Ghost. She disengages and takes a position higher within the safety of her windmill. I guess Ghost was asleep, so probably not going to have the best opportunity attack there. But with an abundance of caution.
Snore attack.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's really raking on my ears. Manafaa.
Saw logs attack.
Rohan grab Ghost.
I'm on it.
And I will...
Oh.
Actually, I will use 15 feet of movement to move next to Ghost. And I will pick him up with my action and start moving down this pathway here. Carrying him along with me.
You're gonna carry Ghost with you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good.
I do not have a good strength modifier, so
Right.
if that is going to like reduce my movement or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you make a strength check, and then we'll decide how that affects your movement.
All right. An 11.
All right. I'm gonna say that that's encumbered. That's half movement, right, Paul? Yeah. So 2 feet for every one. Yeah. Yep. So you can take half your movement while dragging Ghost.
All right, then I will use. I guess that rounds down to 5 feet of movement to start moving him this direction.
Okay. Yeah, Ghost is like, dragging across the ground. Haven't found any rocks yet, Ghost. Sorry to say.
Damn it! Just when I need it.
Ghost is asleep. That means Rohan is up.
Okay. Paul, what's the range on that hook shot you gave me?
Grappling hook?
Grappling hook, yeah.
It's just a 3-pronged hook, so it's whatever. Oh, if it had a rope on it, it'd be 50 feet of rope.
Oh, okay. That's just. Oh, okay.
It's to like throw up a wall and then climb up.
I was thinking it was propelled with like a bolt or some type of.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
But no. I should modify my crossbow to do that. That's a good idea.
I was gonna try to hold the door closed. Okay. Well then,
You could try to jam it with the hook or whatever. I don't know if it's that type of door.
All right. Not too much game planning from the man who's asleep.
Yeah. I'm just going to assist
Ghost is
Manafaa.
just dreaming of a way to help his crew.
Block the door.
You can only do this.
I'm going to just help him. So will that be able to give us some extra movement? Will he move with me?
If you both are trying to pull him, you'll have to do it in tandem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could move him a little bit, but you'd have to stay within range of Manafaa as well. You
What
could,
I'm
like,
saying-
shift him.
Yeah.
Like one.
Well, like if we're both helping him on our next turn, we'd have normal movement, or we could dash out of there.
You wouldn't be able to dash, but you'd have normal movement. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to help, and I will also ready. I don't really have anything.
Or does that even make sense? Yeah. If both of you took movement and dash actions, then yeah, it would be just full. That
Movement,
full 60.
yeah.
Got it.
Okay. I'm going to just help. And can I ready an action and help, or just help?
I'm gonna say that's your action already.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. From out of the windmill, you start hearing heavy thuds. This disgusting creature, otherworldly being, comes up right next to you guys, looks at you, bares its fangs at you, and just lets out a huge belch. And it emits this sickly green gas encompassing the entire area around you guys.
Does that wake Ghost up?
Not quite. But that will end its turn. And so all three of you guys will have to make some saves on the top of your turns. Help me remember that, please. The hag down below steps out into the doorway here. And looking at you, Rohan, 3 specks of light come out. She's going to do magic missile at you. You're going to take 3 of these darts. Whew. Taking 7 points of force damage total. And following suit, the one upstairs is going to launch another magic missile at you, Rohan. This time dealing 13 points of force damage. So 20 total between the two.
Ah, I barely felt it.
I'm so glad you're up.
Okay. Juniper,
Mm-hmm.
it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Where did we leave the horses? Was that down by that little patch by the lake?
That's
Down
way
the
down the road.
All right, cool beans. I am going to use some of my movements, just 30 feet, to kind of put myself over here by this tree. And then I will God, cantrips, baby. I will cast Chill Touch on the goo monster.
Okay, what's your range on that?
120 feet.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit, please.
Yeah, I said goo monster, so I'll just do goo monster. Come on, buttons. 8.
Eight does not hit.
Great. I will stay where I am. That'll do it.
All right. Juniper, right as your shot misses, you see something peculiar diving out of the sky, attacking at the same beast. A raven dives down. And pecks at this beast, dealing 1 piercing damage. Yes. It is Granny's turn once more. She maneuvers herself beside her daughter in the upstairs window. She's going to cast Magic Missile. That's where we're at today, guys.
Spell poor, are you, Brad?
Say what?
Spell poor, are you, Brad?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If
Rohan.
you have magic missile, you are not spell poor.
Rohan, 14 points of force damage.
Oh, I'm dead.
Ah, shit.
You're not dead.
Well, I know that, but
You hear hee 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 from the second window, tauntingly as you hit the ground unconscious. Rohan. Manafaa, it's your turn.
Question.
There goes our escape.
Can I... So I know normally you can only cast 1 leveled spell per turn. Does that apply for once a day race features in addition to ordinary spells that you cast using spell slots?
Well, you're not expending a spell slot to use one of those features, so as long as your spell slot was a bonus action, then I don't see a problem with that.
All right. Firstly, I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Rohan. Rohan, you will gain 10 hit points.
Hey, I'm back in the game.
Because Grave Cleric, I do not have to roll for that. It just happens. You
All
get
right.
max healing. And then...
Manafaa, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before I forget, can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, absolutely. That is a 5.
In inhaling the sickly gas that the beast just emitted, you feel it burning in your lungs and just making a you just inhale this toxic gas, and you are now poisoned. And unfortunately, I should have done this at the top of your turn because it said that while poisoned in this way, it's part of the feature, the target can either take an action or a bonus action, not both.
Will you allow me to change my action then?
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
dead again.
Rohan.
Okay, rather than Healing Word, I will reach over and cast Cure Wounds. So that will be 14 hit points rather than 10.
Okay.
You're alive.
And then I will look at... as I'm casting it, say, get him out of here. I'll use 5 feet of movement to move right here. And kind of slam my holy symbol on my shield, trying to draw the creature's attention away from those two.
Okay. Manafaa. Ghost, I guess make a Constitution saving throw. I suppose at disadvantage because you're sleeping. So 10?
Yep.
This doesn't deal damage, actually. So you will be poisoned, but it's just you're breathing it in as you're sleeping. It's not going to wake you up.
The sleepy toxin.
Yep.
Oh man.
The old silent but deadly one.
Carbon monoxide.
All right, Rohan, you need to make a con save as well, please. All right, you're able to, as you identify this threat, you're able to just hold your breath and not inhale it, and you're able to withstand the effects.
Okay. So, as an action, if I'm tired of hauling Ghost around and I want to wake him up, is there a way to cut him without doing a lot of damage? Just like, just right along his arm. Will I cut his arm off? Are you going to make me stomp him to death like I did Juniper?
It will take an action, I'll say. So maybe like just a bit more time. Yeah, sure. We'll just roll like a d4.
Okay.
I improvised the damage before when you were just running and trying to stomp, and a lot going on. But you have your sword out, right? Like,
Yeah, I've got my dagger out. I'm just gonna
it's not hard.
quick little nick there.
Ghost, you are thrust awake suddenly.
Ah, not again! What the shit?
Stop standing around and start moving. And I'll use the rest of my turn to move that far. I think I can move that far, yeah.
Where are we? Do we have the child?
Yes.
No. Oh, no.
We're going now.
So, this big beast standing before you, Manafaa, is going to make 2 attacks. His
At the
first
Raven?
one. No, not
Oh.
at Manafaa.
Thought the Raven got aggro.
Drawing his attention, he swipes at you with his claws. Natural 1. He swipes all the way and they stick into his own chest momentarily. Some blood flies out, splashes you on the face, Manafaa. In rage, with blood pouring off his own claws, he lunges forward with his mouth.
Oof.
He tries to bite you, and you're just like, what the hell, man? Like, just duck the shoulder real quick, and no harm done. Okay. Seeing the current situation. Well, the daughter's gonna just keep going for it. Seeing the life in, seeing the man who ran away, who's running away, more magic missiles towards him. It's 9 force damage total, Rohan. And they seem to be working in tandem again, because the one upstairs is going to do the same at you, Rohan. They're not so happy if you guys are getting away. 12 more force damage. Rohan, you are down on the ground. Juniper, it's your turn.
Lovely. I am going to use my... Well, firstly, I'm going to look at the situation, see that Rohan just went down, see that they're trying to move, see that it's going to be really fucking hard with the goo monster, and just go, fuck it, I need to go home. And I'm going to use my feline agility to move 60 feet, which is double my movement, without having to use the dash, to Rohan, so that I'm next to him. And then using my final spell for the day, I would like to cast Phantasmal Force on the goo monster. And the goo monster needs to make a DC 14 intelligence saving throw. I really hope this thing's not smart. Cool. Fails. I would like this thing to believe that it is caught in a ring of fire and that it is burning and bubbling alive. And it's going to take 1d6 psychic damage if you'll allow that. If that's gross enough, will you allow me to do 1d6 psychic damage?
I'll allow it.
Thank you. 6 damage.
Nice.
And I am going to grab Rohan's body and prepare to try to drag it away.
All right. Sounds good. From the top window, you hear, "It's not too late to make a deal."
Fuck you.
Looking down at her primary aggressor, Ghost, just on the ground. She's going to launch some magic missiles at you, Ghost. It's 10 force damage, Ghost. Impacted 3 times. It's really looking rough for you. You spit out some blood on the ground.
I'm okay.
Are you sure about that?
That'll bring us to Manafaa.
Actually, don't I go before him? Or either way, I suppose.
You have higher decks, so yes, you go first.
Oh yeah, the order got switched for some reason.
All right. I will disengage and run.
I don't think you have to
Actually-
disengage, right?
I'm right.
Because it's caught in my phantasmal force.
Yeah, we figured that out last time. Yep,
Excellent.
that works for me.
I will run. Can I get behind the rocks, like out of sight? Oh, as a free action, can I look down and see if my mask is right there? Not that I need it, but I just want to take a second to look down.
Yeah, your mask is on the ground. If you want to grab it, it's going to be a different story. With what you want to do for your movement.
Okay, picking up an object is usually free. I don't know how you want to roll it as a DM. But
So you're on the ground, prone, right? And
oh,
you were from sleep. You
Yes,
were
I am.
woken up.
Okay.
You hit. You're critically hurt.
Okay.
Standing up from. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's a little more. It pushes it over the line, in my opinion.
all right. Well, then I can't even get to the rocks. I will go as far as I can. So I'll take half my movement to stand up, 15 feet. I'll go 15 feet. And then I'll dash another 30. So that'll get me about here. That's it.
Okay, Manafaa.
Firstly, looking over my shoulder, I will snap and point at Rohan, casting Spare the Dying. You are now stabilized. You do not need to make death saving throws.
Thank God.
And then I will use my movement. "30 feet to here, and I'll use my action to grab him, but I can't take any more
Sorry,
movement yet.
you're still poisoned.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Let me put a marker on my token so I remember that.
Right, and Ghost, yeah, you're poisoned too. I'm not sure how that would have affected your last one, but I don't think it did.
I didn't do anything. Just ran.
Rohan, you are stabilized. Does that mean 1 point, or just you don't have to make?
So he is stable at 0 hit points. He does not revive with 1, but he does not need to make death saving throws.
While he's being dragged away, either they make it or they don't. He's going to extend a middle finger to this hag.
Oh. Good.
Middle fingers are too far. All right. This game is PG-13, and that's just over the line, man. I'm gonna make an intelligence check here for this really stupid beast who rolled a natural 20 on his intelligence. How about that?
I'm upset.
For a 17.
I think it still took his action, right? Or did it?
It did.
definitely.
It
Yeah.
took his action, so that's fine. But I'm still upset.
You had a -3 intelligence.
I figured.
It,
A goo monster.
like testing the chemical composition of the fire. It's like
Was it a? Did you make an ability check or did you make a saving throw? Because it's a saving throw.
For my purposes, it's the same. The stats
It's the
don't
same.
change.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And this is going to be for Juniper.
Me?
10 points of force damage, magic missile.
Okay. I'm not looking great.
And next one, you're going to get 2 more darts, Juniper. 6 points of force damage.
I'm down.
And one final one is going to target you, Ghost. For 5 points of force damage in the back
I'm
as
down.
you're running.
No. Crow, come on, come through.
Juniper, make a death saving throw.
If I Venmo you $100 right now. 13.
That's a save. 1 in the save column. Cackling from the window above. You got something, Paul? You look like you got something.
Oh, I was just is Rohan down as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Rohan's down and stable. Juniper and you are both down. Manafaa's poisoned. Cackling from the second floor. Well, what do you say, Goldman? Ready to talk?
Are we still in initiative?
Loosely.
I mean, I'm not really seeing any other choice, so yes.
Oh, everyone's down except for Manafaa.
Having Ignatius flashbacks.
I knew one way or another you'd see my way. That's where we're going to take a 5-minute break. All right. Yeah. Oh, we are back here at the Emerald Dragon. We got sort of a negotiation taking place here. Everyone's on the ground, dying, making a scene. Manafaa stands, acting as the group liaison, which honestly never happens in this campaign. So this is very surprising. Very surprising stuff here.
Get a picture of this.
Yeah.
3 down party members in Manafaa.
Yeah, it's a collector's item, folks. Take it in. One by one, the hags step out of the windmill and approach.
Before anything else, do you mind if I make sure my friends do not die? If they die, then they cannot be part of the deal, you see.
Granny says, "Do you think I'm some kind of fool?"
No, that is why I am asking. If I started
Why are you asking? Do it, you fool. You are the fool.
Spare the dying, spare the dying. Alright, they will not die now.
Two of the daughters step forward, one begins to drag Ghost towards the windmill. The other, they chuck your pack to the side, make it a little easier. Dragging Ghost in. The other grabs Juniper. Granny instructs you to drag Rohan inside.
I'll drag him in.
Once they're all on the floor of the windmill, Granny looks at you and says, "Well, that was quite a fight there. Well done."
It was a pretty good plan, I think, all things considered. Did not work out the way we thought, as you can see, but, I mean, A for effort, I think, for everybody.
Well, you're most fortunate that I have things I need, or else you'd be dead.
Of this, I have absolutely no doubt. You need the thing from the castle, yes?
You recall the terms of my offer?
We retrieve the item for you from the castle. I know that you needed something from us. I could not hear quite so well, but I think there was last breath or victory among the options.
Correct. But just to be clear, you're not getting any kids. Your lives are what I'm giving you.
I think at this point this is a very fair deal. You are a very generous woman.
Thank you. Some people don't see that as they buy my delicious pastries. She looks at Rohan, unconscious on the ground. Well, I will allow you to leave. But first, this item. It's an eyeball on a necklace. I gave it to Cyrus Bellevue as a gift. He's a hunched man, servant of Strahd, and I need it back. For now, I will take one of the following, and you get to choose for each of your companions which it's gonna be.
Oh, that sucks.
No.
That's the best. I was having trouble choosing anyway.
I was
Now
gonna choose
listen
victory.
closely, I won't repeat myself. Your last breath, your silver tongue, your victory, or your memory.
Well, from everything that was said, I do not think you can take Ghost's last breath. It sounds like somebody else has claimed that. And his tongue is by no means silver. He is, But to take victory and memory are both cruel. But he is driven by his memory. I think for Ghost you will take victory.
I will extract his victory.
For Rohan, he is by no means silver-tongued either.
Hurry up! Got some pastries to be making.
I apologize. It is not an easy decision. For Juniper, her silver tongue. For Rohan, he goes where he pleases in life. Take his last breath. And for myself, memories.
Your choice is made. They all clasp hands around a bubbling cauldron. Seems to generate some sort of magical power within. And you look around, and you see this white essence being extracted from each Juniper, Ghost, Rohan on the ground, and looking down, you can see your own being extracted as well. Doesn't feel like much. The essence goes into 4 vials, floats across the room into 4 vials, which magically seal once they've entered. Granny looks delighted. Well, we've got a deal. I shall take great care of these. Now, do you want to know the secret behind my delicious baked goods?
I would.
It's children. We fatten them up. We grind their bones into powder. And we bake these pastries with the essence of their souls. And that's what gives the people sweet dreams. How about one for the road?
It is a generous offer, but I will decline. I did not have these sweet dreams when I tried the pastry before. I do not know, maybe my people, they do not have as strong an effect, but...
I can whip you up an extra potent one.
I, once again,
Fat
appreciate
children.
your generosity, but I hope it will not be too rude if I decline.
We've got a deal then. She points at her daughters. Her daughters do something with Rohan, Ghost, Juniper. You all have 1 hit point each. You are free to leave then. Thank you very much. It's been nice doing business with you.
What's going on?
What happened?
No, everybody, let's go. Let's go.
What about the kid?
Let's
Kid.
go.
Juniper gets
It's
up
really
and
getting
leaves.
late.
I leave. I walk. I go look for that cool crow that helped us in the fight.
Ghost.
Would you be willing to trade
Ghost.
for the deed to your house?
Ghost. Give them the deed.
Wait, no. Rohan actually, he takes the deed and he just rips it up.
Hey,
Your deed, and fuck you, witches. I'm leaving. And he walks out.
That's okay. We have more than we need. You Vistani aren't as tough as you look anyways.
Oof. He stops momentarily and then leaves.
Stops momentarily and feels all of the pain of all of the magic missile impacts.
She goes to some sort of some shelf off to the side and actually grabs something, hollers out, "Would you like to take one last look?" She holds the severed head of Luvash, the Vistani captain, tauntingly.
I don't turn around.
do you know how to play dragon chess?
Ghost, let's go.
If you'd like your flesh peeled from your body and to be boiled alive in my cauldron, I suggest you continue talking instead of leaving.
Ghost turns and grabs his mask, starts walking.
Rohan bit his lip, drew some blood, walks out. He faints. Took 1 damage.
You guys exit the windmill in the moonlight. Walk down the path, returning to your horses. Still there. Get on your horses, I assume. Any last things you'd like to do? All right, I assume this is a silent one. Everyone mounts their horses, continues riding off to Valaki. for the second time, defeated in one day. With precious items lost as well, which you'll come to find out. And that is where we'll call tonight's session.
Welcome to Barovia, bitch.
This sounds about. This is what Timora said would happen.
It'll listen to Timora, I suppose.
Juniper and Ghost are gonna have words. Look forward to that.
I already heard Juniper's words. Yeah.
I look forward to the next one a couple weeks from now, but we got Tomb of Annihilation coming up next week, which will be very fun as well.
Also in a sticky situation there.
Yeah. It's uncanny, the situations we find ourselves in playing D&D, but we like to do this. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
We like this kind of.
Things have been great. I've been entertained. Hopefully you guys have been entertained out there.
Oh, absolutely.
We will see you guys next time. Until then, be safe. Peace.
Peace.